Hi, I'm Dana. Welcome to Things I've Learned, where I like to drop seeds of thought. That's the basis of the channel. I recently turned 50 and my guides decided that it was time for me to start sharing my knowledge. And this is the venue I have chosen to share my knowledge. The goal of the channel is just to give you something to think about. Maybe something to share with somebody else and talk about. It's definitely not to change who you are or your belief system, but I do really want to drive thought, because my ultimate goal for this channel is to help people live a healthier life, live from a healthier place, be able to come from love much more often, and just raise their vibration overall. So today's topic is the winter solstice. And I know I just dropped an episode on Sunday, and the winter solstice is not on Sunday, but that's okay. This is my first special episode. The winter solstice brings a lot energetically to the planet, but it brings a lot to humans, okay? And that collective energy is felt. But you also have, in the Northern Hemisphere, you have winter, okay? And winter to us is not like my friend in New Zealand who talks about holiday, and I'm so envious of her. Oh, our winter is dark and cold and damp and heavy. It's almost as if our towns and our bodies are wearing big, thick blankets, wet, damp blankets. And so the purpose of the Winter Solstice Special Edition is to discuss living outside of your tiny little bubble. For many people who struggle with seasonal depression or anxiety, or even just down in the dumps, this time of year is extraordinarily difficult. We need sun. We need sun. Those of you that are on the West Coast, you know this. You buy lamps, to provide you with the mock of the sun. Those of you that work nights understand how much you need the sun and vitamin D and all that it provides. And for those of us that are affiliated with certain religions, this depression, this heaviness can be exacerbated by holidays, Hanukkah or Christmas, or whatever other holidays you are in facing. If you have fresh grief, the winter solstice and holidays are a double whammy, and it can be extraordinarily difficult. So those of you that are experiencing this firsthand, I want to applaud you for getting out of bed. And if you didn't get out of bed today, but you had enough wherewithal to grab your phone and find my YouTube channel, awesome. Good for you, and I hope that you can congratulate yourself, because it's important that you do that. For those of you that don't struggle with any of these things that I have talked about, I am going to encourage you and ask you to please consider reaching out to others. Make your circle a little bigger right now if you have the capacity to do so. Because people need people. We need hugs. We need love. We need even virtual hugs. We're still in the pandemic. And so depending where you live, you may not be able to go up and hug your neighbor. But you know what? You can text them. You can tell them literally randomly at 2:30 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, I am thinking about you and I am sending you love. I've received those texts, and I've received those texts when I was in my own darkness, and I'm here to tell you it is extraordinary what that 2 lines can do for somebody. So, faced with December and January in the Northern Hemisphere, I'm going to ask you all to please be considerate of not only what you need, okay, but what others need. For our self-care, turning to self-care, lots of congratulations, okay? If you brushed your teeth today and that's all you got done, then congratulate yourself for that, because that means that there's still hope inside of you and you have the will to move forward. Also, gratitude. Not everything is all bad. Even if that is the tape that's been playing for days and days and days and you can't find your way out of it and you don't see any hope, not everything is all bad. Please try to find gratitude, 1 to 2 things to be grateful for every single day. With my clients, I encourage them to write them down. Get a piece of paper, not on your phone, and a pen and write them down, because then you can have that book or that journal or that piece of paper or the post-it notes at your disposal. And 2 days from now, when you didn't think you could sink any lower, but oh my goodness, I kind of think I'm even heavier now, you can go back and you can read the things that you were grateful for, because we have this innate ability to just give ourselves way to give in to the negative rather than dealing with the positive. And sometimes the positive is a lot of work. I'm going to honor that. Sometimes the positive is ridiculous amounts of work. When I am not talking flippantly when I tell you, if all you did was get out of bed to brush your teeth, please congratulate yourself, because you brushed your teeth, and that was monumental for some of you. But I'm also going to, once again, revisit those of you that aren't struggling with anxiety, depression, loneliness, grief. Reach out to somebody that is, and write your own gratitude journal. You know, this is a beautiful, beautiful time to not take things for granted. We don't live 24 hours. We don't live a day. You can't have a bad day. That is a lie we tell ourselves. It is complete fiction. We live each moment. We live moment to moment. And I can guarantee you, out of the 24 moments, do the math, not my strong point, all the seconds that turn into minutes, that turn into hours, there are moments in there where you have clarity, or there are moments when it lifts a bit and you can think straight and you can write down something you're grateful for, or you go find something to eat, or you drink some water. So what I am inviting you to do is try to find the light in our winter solstice, because it's there, but just like the planet, it's just hidden. It's just shorter. It's just quick bursts, but it's there. So I promise you, the light is there. Believe in the light. Until next time, namaste.